Welcome to Small Town Big Life Podcast. Coming to you from from the bait shop behind Grace Fellowship Church in Avis, Pennsylvania. I'm Pastor Drew, and Jackie Brown's flying the plane. Today our guests are Jenn and Eric Smithgall, and we are going to have fun today. We're talking about, coming off of last week, we talked about There Ought to Be a Law, our last podcast. So this week it's kind of a bleed over, but almost more fun because it's about pet peeves, and you can drag a whole lot more people into pet peeves. But keep in mind, we're a church, so what we're really doing today is we're celebrating the differences between people and how we can really just enjoy how other folks are different than us, and that's the whole theme. It should be all about the enjoyment.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Sure.
So, and Jenn Smithgall was the first person I thought about because she's the least likely I thought to have any pet peeves, and I thought we'll have to. No, that's a total lie.
Wow.
Total lie. Okay. So we have a list here. Did you guys? Did you want to? Do you have something you want to start with, or do you want to get? You just want to hand pick off the list? Jenn, I know you got like a whole.
I have a whole book, but
okay. So. Did you? I don't know if you thought this through, this part. What's your first one? Your big one?
This is my big one.
Okay.
Specifically for me.
Okay.
Loud noises, specifically an AC or the fan above your oven. If it's on too loud, it infuriates me. Like, it makes me very angry.
Well, now, who do you blame for that?
I don't blame anybody. He just knows. Like, if we're trying to talk or something and it's on, I'll be like, hold on, I got to turn this off.
I see what you're saying. So
Get
you're
angry.
like, okay, all right. So
I'm totally with you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's reasonable. I think it's odd that that's your first one.
That's my safest
I thought
one,
you'd have
probably.
a real zinger. Okay, all right. Well, we were just talking about, before we started, one of mine is when you call a place for customer service and you get robot automated stuff, and they won't give you a person, and you keep pressing, you keep saying representative, until you start adding words to representative that you shouldn't add. I mean, I don't do that, but I'm sure there are people that do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, this is a big build up for this topic. Eric, what do you got? I mean, you can pick something off the list.
Well, the biggest one for me is when you're driving down the highway and somebody pulls up right behind you and they're just riding your tail.
Right.
And there's this nice lane right to your side that they can easily pass you, and they decide, no, I'm just going to stick right behind you.
Right.
Just hug you.
And sometimes, and then you went, so you're talking about when you're in a slow lane or the fast lane?
Doesn't matter which lane. They're just going to tail you, and it's just the two of you together.
Right.
Nobody else around.
Yeah.
They can easily pass. Nope. I'm going to follow you.
I think I thought about this. I think people do that because they're hoping, well, I don't want to get a ticket, and if I let them do all the speeding for me, the cop will see them first because the cop will be up ahead with the radar gun.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if you're that tight, you're getting pulled over. That cop's pulling out.
Yeah,
you're both done.
That's true.
Yeah, you got to leave a gap.
I mean, are they drafting? What are they doing? Is this NASCAR? Are they like trying to save fuel?
It took me a second to get draft. Oh, okay. Yeah, the draft. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't. You could do a whole bunch of them on freeway etiquette, but I will tell you, since I've moved here from Ohio, people here are way, way more relaxed. Columbus was. I didn't realize how the people there are just evil on the freeway. I mean, evil.
Yeah, I think DC and Virginia in particular, whenever we're driving, it's like very aggressive driving. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I was like that up in Quebec. You have to say it like that if you're up there. People would drive 40, 50 miles over the speed limit. And now it's big, flat, open land out there. So you can see for miles and miles if there's a cop. And they get really hostile. And semis are driving that fast. And I was like going so fast, I'm like, this just feels wrong. Mm-hmm. And I remember going through a bunch of signs that said array. And I thought, what's array mean? And I'm like, oh, it's shaped like a stop sign. Probably means stop. And but anyway, yeah, that's another crazy place to drive. I've never driven through Pittsburgh. Well, I have once, and somebody told me that it's the worst city in the world for one-way streets. Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't know
Never
either.
been there.
I've never been to Pittsburgh.
Aren't you guys all from Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've never been to Pittsburgh?
No.
I'm from Ohio. I've been to every corner of the state. I can't. And then plus there's the Steelers. You've never been to Pittsburgh?
No, I've been to Philly a million times, but I've never
You
been to
poor
Pittsburgh.
thing. I've never been to Philly, and I'm never going to. So I'm sorry if there's people in Philly. You have a fine town. Okay. Jackie, what's your pet peeve? I know there's a bunch.
There's a bunch, but the one that comes to my mind is when people use words that they don't know what they mean, and then they use them incorrectly. So,
irregardless,
that's the big one. That's the big one is irregardless. And then I had a coworker who used to use propaganda instead of like flyers. Like, I have some propaganda for you. It's like, that's World War II.
That's pretty heavy-handed because when somebody says propaganda, I have some propaganda for you.
Is Putin involved?
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on here? But yeah, she used to drop off the propaganda, and no, it's like, wow, you need to learn what that word actually means. Bad things.
I knew somebody used to say optimistic when they meant apprehensive.
Ooh,
yeah, and
that would be awkward.
Well, yeah, and because you got to pick and choose who you're going to correct. Like if it's one of my kids, I'll go, that's not what that means, and because I don't want them to sound uneducated. But when it's a grown up, I'm like, yeah, like you got to pick your battles, and you don't want to correct them in front of other people, and then make them feel weird.
Like I'll tease my husband because he'll say scalded instead of scolded.
Right.
So you're scolding your children versus scalding your children. I said, "Are you putting people in bathtubs and burning them with hot water? What are you doing?" No, they scolded.
Scalded. Okay.
Scalded.
All right.
Yeah, I can say that to him. I can't say that to
right,
other people who just drop the wrong word.
Yeah, you gotta pick and choose who you're going to correct. Mm-hmm. Does that bug you? When somebody
It does, but honestly, I can't think of any. I know there are some. My brain is really gone now, and I'm going to blame my children for that. So,
okay. Well, you today? You mean?
All the time.
It's gone. It's disappeared.
Yes, I agree, and I'm sure I've heard some, but I can't think of any. I feel like you would know some.
Sometimes just mispronunciations, like people say chimney instead of chimney.
Geez.
There's up fire in the chimney. I'm from Ohio. Southern Ohio has its own dialect. They say,
I had a friend. I have one for
throwed it.
Chimney.
I throwed it in the truck instead of I threw it in the truck. I throwed it, or I pushed it in the bushes. That's Southern Ohio.
Jeez.
That's like in the hills. That's
painful.
Yeah, one of his friends, instead of saying plow, would say plile.
Plile?
Plile?
Plile.
Yes.
I done plowed.
I don't even know what dialect that is.
Well, you can walk him through it too, like slow, plow, all of these words that have the same, and then all of a sudden, plow. No, dude.
No.
I don't know. I can be a real grammar Nazi, and I talk like a hick sometimes. But I know when to turn it off, and I know when when I need to sound a certain way, and it's you read the room, and but. I'll be talking to some people and I'd go, ugh.
Yeah.
And I just,
that's me.
Look, when I was in the prison doing the ministry.
Here we go.
Doing the ministry. They couldn't get through a sentence, these guys, without an F-bomb. And then they kept stopping going, I'm sorry, no offense. But then it just keeps, it's like a bridge between sentences. It's a verb, it's a noun. It's like, I go, just tell me what your point is. You've already demonstrated you have no command of the King's English. I just need to know what your thought process is. And, but I mean, I don't understand that, but that bugs me. For some reason, that bugs me less, given the environment, the setting, and why I'm there, than someone who just does the irregardless or
especially.
Oh, that one. Or espresso. Or excavate instead of excavate instead of excavate. They don't say excavate. They say excavate.
Right.
And they say the espresso especially. Yeah, all intents and purposes. It's all they say. All intensive purposes.
Oh, it makes my brain melt.
I know, and I don't know. It almost makes you sound like a snob complaining about it, but I bet that really bugs you.
What?
That Like, you look like you're just holding stuff in.
I am holding things in.
Go. Just
No.
you go. Get on that mic.
It's not about that stuff.
No, read some of the ones you were on your list.
Okay, well, here's some more safe ones.
No, okay.
It doesn't have to be safe.
It doesn't have to be.
This one really does. This peeves me a lot.
Okay.
People who are slobs and leave a mess on their table when they go out to eat, and their response will be that it's the server's job to clean it up. That really irks me.
That
I don't like
irks
that.
me too. That irks me too. My wife cleans the entire table and stacks the plate. And I'm the same way. Believe it or not, even as a musician with hotel rooms, I leave the room clean. Like I have I don't trash, but table. It's like no one's above common courtesy.
Right.
I think,
Right.
and that bugs me too. Yeah, that's a good one. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I had a friend who said, you said they said that's their job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I had a friend. Well, he was one of the guys in my band. He didn't tip. And the rest of it.
That one would irk me too.
Oh,
That one
yeah.
too.
Oh,
Yes.
we would.
Yeah.
Well, so we would when we would play out of town or somewhere, because we would have a conversation. I'd be like, Rob, why don't you tip? Because why? They get paid, and I'm like, no, they rely on tips. He goes, I hate my job too. I can't. And we would all go. So as soon as a waitress would come up to our table, I would go, he does not tip, and we all tip generously. He is your last priority at this table.
That's right.
I'm just telling. He goes, Drew. I go, I'm just being honest, and the other guys go, he's telling the truth. And I go, so just so you know, don't expect anything from him. We'll compensate for it, but don't put him on your priority list. And it was always made for fun times.
I bet.
What about restaurant etiquette and pet peeves? What about you, Eric?
Restaurant etiquette? I don't really.
You agree
I
with
don't-
Jen?
Oh, I agree with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to trash the table.
There's
No.
one that you don't agree with me.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah. There is one that I don't agree with you at all.
Which one is that?
What is it?
I have when people complain about their food orders. Now, I will say if something is very wrong with it, hey, I'm allergic to this and that can't be on there. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm too generous with this. If I ordered a cheeseburger and they brought me a chicken sandwich, I would probably just be like, "Oh, thanks," and I would eat it anyway. So that's probably too extreme on my part, but
And there's where I completely disagree.
right.
So okay, I've got a lot to say about this.
Yeah. I mean, let's go. What do you got?
Okay, I am in the middle of the road on this. Now, if it's some slight thing, me and my wife are both this way, I'll let it pass. But here's the thing. When I do complain, I'm really nice about it. Like I say, you know what? Everything here is always so awesome. And I go, but this is kind of like burnt. It's weird. It's like, and they go, oh, and you're nice to them. And then I go, anybody that's handling my food, I want to be really nice to them. And I never understood. My mom was an embarrassment in restaurants. I'm sorry, Mom. I know, God rest her soul. But me and my brother used to always, I'm not taking her to, are you taking her out to eat? No, I'm not taking her. And then she would, it wasn't that good. She would say stuff like that. And I'm like, is that really necessary? I mean, you ate it all.
Right.
I'm with you. I'm not like you though. If they bring the wrong thing, I'm going to say, oh, that's not what I ordered. And I'll be nice about it, but I won't sit there and eat it. No way. No, will you?
But no, I'm not going to eat it if it's not what I ordered. No.
Eric,
That's where I'm at. No, I ordered something. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
because you're paying for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so, but you're probably polite about it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
I worked in customer service. That's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
flies with honey.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing.
I always when I go to a restaurant and that's a person that just brought you something and handed it to you. And they're on their feet all day. I never understood people that treat wait staffs or people that cut your hair or any tip service oriented industry. I think, yeah, I almost feel like I have to compensate because there's so many jerks I know that they've probably encountered during the day.
Yeah, for sure.
This conversation is not venomous enough. I was counting on a lot more venom from. We're talking about, it's nice to be nice, and I thought with Jen in here, this would already be
You thought we'd already be there,
flamethrowers. No, I'm totally kidding.
but you're not.
I just know you have a strong opinion on something.
I know you have a pet peeve specifically towards me. Should you share, or I can share it for you?
Me?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
That I'm supposed to be doing music stuff It's been like 2 years now.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
not
know
a
that-
pet peeve. That's just me accepting you not caring.
Oh.
No, that's not. Well, wait a minute. Not caring sounds harsh. I don't mean she doesn't care. Like she doesn't care about things that are important in life. I mean, she's like, I'll do it when I do it. that's that.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get
No, so that's
done.
not a pet peeve. A pet peeve is, to me, a pet peeve is something. If you're talking about another person, something they do that you usually probably don't say anything about. You're like, this makes me kind of not want to be around you sometimes. That's like you
Look at those two. They
you
just looked at each other.
I'm
Like
just
Jen-
waiting for her to share. Because
Yeah.
that's-
So
she
I
knows
think
what a
Jen
pet
is
peeve
Jen's personality is awesome. You don't do anything that makes me like I wouldn't want to be around you or wouldn't want to hang out with you. So
Here,
no,
I'll get some other ones out there.
Okay, go ahead.
Goodness.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. I'm still going to start small and work my way up. That might not be the best decision. I should probably end on a happy note.
yeah, you're the featured star here.
Yeah.
People who ask you when you're going to get married, when you're going to have children, when you're going to have another child, when are you done having children? Do you know how they're made? Oh, that irks me.
Right?
You know how they're made.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, if you go outside when it thunders, isn't it? Isn't that how they're made?
But yes, that one
People that
bothers
ask
me a
you,
lot.
you mean like when family and stuff? Are you gonna have kids? When are you gonna
Yeah,
have
just
kids?
in
That kind
general. Anybody who will go up to somebody and like harp on them because of their relationship status, like being married is the most important thing in the world. And if you're not doing that, some of them will even say like, you're not like, how did they even say it? Not that you're not doing God's work, but like you need to be married. Like you're not doing what God wants you to do.
I was actually told that.
Yeah.
That I am not doing God's work.
Right.
Because I haven't had children.
Right.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Here
Man.
we go.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
marriage and family and children is like each person comes into this world and rolls the dice. I mean, I know we know what we're supposed to do, but how's that been working out for us? That's why you need Jesus, because we obviously don't know. In other words, the point I'm making is it's a different path for everyone. So for someone to come up and say, yeah, and it's like that whole thing, older people would be like, so tell me about so-and-so. You think you get married? Do they want kids? Where are they going to work?
Yeah.
Shut up.
None of your business.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody told you weren't doing God's work because you didn't have kids?
Yeah. That I'd never be a true Christian.
Okay, so that leads to the pet peeve you told me not to bring up.
Oh, see.
No, this is a big one for me.
Okay, well, let's just do it then.
Let's
just do it.
do this.
Okay.
When I talk to someone and they say, oh, I don't have kids, but I have dogs and they're like my kids. I'm like, no, no, they are not. Okay, listen, I used to do a stand-up bit about this. I'll be like, I tell you what, I grew up with cats and dogs. I grew up with pets. You bring your dog in here and let me kick it. And I'll bet you $1 million, no matter how angry you get, it can't compare to how I would respond if you kicked my kid. and then also I can say, I see the similarities where, like, if I leave the house, I'll put my kid in a cage and let them lick a water bottle all day and roll in their own feces. And when they get home, I'll just throw them in the yard for a while. So I can see how you can say that's a kid. God help you if you ever have a kid and you think that's what being a parent is. I mean, it's not the same. And I love pets. I love cats. I love dogs. And they are part of the family. But it's not the same as having kids. Go.
I appreciate your point
Okay.
and your humor. Yes, indeed.
Right.
But some of us don't have human kids. So yes, they are my kids.
Okay. See, here we go.
I think it depends on the animal personality too, because I've had a lot of it. We don't have animals. I don't want any. My kids are animal enough. I don't want any.
She's just the opposite.
Right? Exactly.
Instead of saying, I don't have kids,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Let's explore this thinking for a second. People say, I don't have kids, but my animals are like my kids. You're saying, I don't have animals, but my kids are, in fact, my animals.
Yes.
That is a new twist.
I don't need another feral thing in my life. I don't know. They're not that bad. My kids are great. But growing up, we had one dog who I he acted so human. He was like very emotional and so sensitive. Like if he farted and you called him out on it, he would be so sad. He'd go out of the room and he wouldn't look at you.
Wait, who did this?
The dog.
My dog. His name was Archimedes.
Beautiful.
But then we had other dogs who were like manic and just barked all the time, and they were not the same. But he was completely different. He was very emotional. He was an emotional being.
Yes.
So,
Spirit. Sorry.
you just really unlocked my brain on a lot of this stuff. I think Jackie might be right now.
Yeah.
Because if you have a dog, at least they just poop on the floor. Like, whereas a kid, it could be down in a vent. It could be under a laundry basket. It could be, they don't tell you. I mean, maybe she's right. Maybe animal. Go ahead.
Not cats. I mean, cats are,
Well,
half demon. But,
but that's an open box of poop and pee in your house.
Yeah. That's why we don't have that anymore.
And I grew up with both. Now we have cats. I don't want a dog. As I got older, I started getting like allergic to certain dogs. I don't know why, but I love dogs. I wouldn't have any animals if I wasn't married to Grace.
How many cats do you have right now?
3,000. No. No, not the ones that are outside that she feeds. We got rid of like a whole bunch of them. We took them to the place that finds them homes and all that stuff. Yeah. So now there's like 1 or 2 strays out there, and in our house that are our cats. There's only 3. There's 3.
Okay.
And that's still too many. But I have a favorite, and the other 2, they like me more than I like them. they come around me, and the bond is different with a dog. It can be stronger because cats are so selfish and self-centered.
Right.
All they care about is themselves.
Cats are like teenagers. Pay attention to me when I want, and then otherwise leave me alone. Why are you touching me? Why are you looking at me?
I want you to pet me for 5 seconds, and then I'm going to bite you.
Yeah.
And then, don't touch me there.
And then go away.
Yeah.
Where's my food? Where's my sunbeam?
But they're so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. But my dogs are my kids.
Eric, we got to hear from you. Go.
About what?
I know there's stuff that bugs you. That's not just traffic.
No, I was trying to think about all the things that really bother me about this. And, when Drew asked us, I was like, well, I don't really have that many pet peeves. I'm just the pet peeve for many people.
Oh, no.
Is that true, Jen?
Not for me, usually.
Worship practice.
Right.
Worship practice.
Yes, he has ADD, and he can't not play his bass.
Oh, that's
the whole time.
That's not him. That's all musicians.
Yeah.
That's all of them. And when I played guitar in bands, same way. I don't know what it is. I do. You're there. You're like, I'm here to do this. Let's do this.
Why are we talking right now? Like, just play.
Just play.
Just play.
Yeah. And oh my gosh. Yeah. You don't do that? You don't noodle when you're up there with the guitar?
I do sometimes, but then there's a moment. That's the problem, because then I'm like, it's time to talk now. We need to discuss something. And then I'm like, I can't hear, Eric.
I'll do that, except it'll be like I'm at band practice. Like my wife will be talking, and I'll just be drumming on the coffee table. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. Sorry. So you don't really have, you're just a non-pet peeve person.
So the one thing that gets me, and I don't even know if this is a pet peeve, but at work a lot of times, and even outside of work, though, somebody will come to me and be like, hey, here's my problem. But they're going to give me about 50% of the story. Hey, can you help me out? And you only have half of the information to solve it.
Yeah, it's always that way.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's always that way. When I've been in situations like that where over people, there's their side, and there's his side, and then somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it is when there's interpersonal conflicts.
Yep.
It's like, oh, we have this problem going on. Here's the info we have right now. And then you're expected to make a decision, and all of this other info comes out. Like, why didn't you make the right decision? I did what I could at the time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Incomplete. I have people that come to me with not complete. I need help with something, and they'll tell me half the story, and then halfway, you start talking to them, and then drop some other bombshell, and they go, "Well, it's all." The reason I don't like my job is because they fired me because I do meth. I go, okay, so we got a new problem. We got a new problem to bring up here. That you could have told me that 45 minutes ago, and I would have had a better answer. So, Jackie.
What?
Okay, I'm going to go down a list here. Somebody stop me when I hit one. This is on the last page. Okay, so people who talk through movies.
Oh, dear Lord. Yes.
My
Oh,
kids do that.
They do. They talk like kids. Okay.
yeah, it drives me insane.
Yeah, that's the word. You have to pause it constantly, or are you? Okay, there's different types of people. They'll be talking, you just ignore them, and you focus harder. And so my grandpa used to my mom and my grandma would be in the kitchen talking, and he'd get up, walk over to the TV, and turn it all the way up and go sit down. Oh. And she would get mad, and she'd come out of the kitchen. What are you don't need to do that. And he was a really quiet guy. He'd look at her, and they would stop talking so loud. And I thought, well, that pretty much stopped that.
Yeah.
But do you pause it every time someone starts talking and give them a dirty look, or do you tell them, this is what you're doing? This is what I want you to do.
I either wow. No, I either pause it or I don't watch anything I actually want to watch when that person is in the room.
What if that person is your spouse?
No, he doesn't do that.
Mike doesn't do that?
No, he knows better.
What my wife does, and I don't feel bad about saying this because Ben says Kim does the same thing. You're watching a movie. I'm not even going to go through the discussion.
I know exactly
a 2-hour
what it
movie
is.
takes 3 hours and 45 minutes.
I know exactly what she does.
8 minutes. It's somewhere between 5 to 8 minutes before the end. She'll go, do you want a sandwich? I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm like,
no,
we're almost done. I know, I'm just hungry.
I thought you were going to say, is that the guy that was in that thing?
Yeah, I would.
With
that too. But excuse me.
Was he Batman? No.
She goes to the kitchen and I'll pause it, and I can see in the kitchen, and she'll make a sandwich. Then she'll start talking to the cat. Then she'll clean a pan. Then she'll walk to the back window. I go, are you coming? She goes, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be there in a second. I'm like, to me, and it's always like right before they catch the bad guy and something. She just
yeah,
just like a butterfly, careless. And I'm like, I want to see they're about to catch the bad guy and it's ending. And yeah, she does that because she's not a movie person. She does that too, but I do that.
Yeah,
you watch something and go, hey, that's I know who that is, and then pause it. No, that was, and then you start talking about, and then somebody Googles it. And
I was gonna say that's what we do. We Google,
and then you go down that rabbit hole.
See, that's why I love movie theaters because people can't do that.
Right?
Oh, people do it though.
But
one of my parents' friends,
they Google people in the movie theater.
No. One of my parents' friends would do the talking in the movie theater.
See, I can't say.
It drove them.
But in a movie theater, no matter who you're with, you are allowed to go shh.
Yeah.
And then it's okay. I don't care if it's your mom, your grandma, your spouse, your kid. Doesn't matter. In a movie theater, we all are allowed to say shush. Where some people might throw their shoe at you if you're at home and you do that, but you're allowed to do it in a movie theater. You agree?
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I just, I told you the other day, I went to the Michael Jackson movie and there were these two women behind us.
Yammering.
I should have brought my earplugs. I didn't know it'd be so loud. Did you know it'd be so loud? Did you know they make movies this loud so much all the time? And why do it? It's a musical.
Oh.
It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I don't. People were. Or like movies that are going to be loud.
Yeah.
Like with, I don't know, monster movie or something like that. Yeah. I've heard people complain about that.
You're going to go see The Odyssey on IMAX?
Crank it up to 10.
That's something that irks me too, since you talked about people complaining. When people complain like that, like when you're in a line or something, and they're so impatient, but then they're like so rude. They're complaining about the person who's doing their job. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you think about how that person feels. Yeah,
right.
Yep. Food Nazis. I only mentioned one, and everyone pounced on it. So food Nazis. Okay, this is. Come on, try it. You want to try this? No, try it. You might like it. I don't want it. Try. It's good. You may think it's good. I don't think it's good. I don't like the way it looks, and I know if I put it in my mouth, I'll like it even less. I don't want it. Try it. How do you know you don't like it if you don't try it? Okay, I guess that's just me.
Do you have a therapist?
Stop. Listen.
I mean,
it all stems from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I grew up in the generation of eat everything that's on your plate.
Okay.
It didn't matter if you liked it. You eat it all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I said to myself, when I was a kid, when I am a grown-up, I am never, ever again going to eat something I don't want to eat.
Okay. That's
and I have stuck by that since I got old enough to go out and make those decisions.
See, but as a kid, you should still try the food to find out if you don't like it.
Well, okay, fair. That's fair. But the smell of it. If I don't like the smell of it, I don't want to put it in my mouth.
Okay.
Well,
Like sauerkraut, liver, and I've stuck those things in my mouth, and it's gross, absolutely gross. It's not fit for human consumption. And my wife loves both those things too. And everybody's got a different palate, whatever.
I was just thinking of our kids, and they're like, "No, I don't want to eat that."
It's disgusting. I'm like, how do you know it's disgusting?
Did they use that word, disgusting?
Yes. And it's just home cooked food that she makes, and it's delicious. It's like, just try the food, please.
Yeah. Well, that's a battle you have to fight with kids.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. But as an adult, I don't want to.
Well, I don't care. If
I
you don't
just
want
feel
it.
like
that's more food for me if you don't want it.
Right.
I just feel like I don't do that to anyone. I'm like, if they ask me, is that good? I go, this is good. Or I'll tell somebody, this is good. And I go, try something. You want to take a bite here? Let me give it a try. Until it's like they're on a mission. They want me to eat it and go, it's gross, just like I thought. Thanks. I mean, I don't see the need to. I guess it's because when you break bread, you want to share or something. But I don't like. I think after the first no, thank you, you should let it. I guess that is a pet peeve because it's one of those things that disproportionately bothers me. That shouldn't. Okay. Sorry. Did I go on too long?
No. That's good.
All right. Okay. Somebody ring a bell. No. Okay. What? Go.
People who soft parent their children.
What's that? What's soft parent their children? I think I know what that means, but
I don't really know exactly. I know you're supposed. I don't really know what it is, but people don't do it right. I know that.
Timeouts instead of a swat on the butt.
No, you're supposed to like teach children about their feelings and then like have them. But this is the thing. In theory, it's a good idea. You should teach your children about their feelings and how to like regulate themselves and stuff. But it doesn't get done properly. And I get very annoyed because then what you have are kids who are mad, clearly mad, and are like biting and punching and kicking their parents. And they do they're just like, oh, you're mad. It's like, yeah, are you going to?
That's a very California way to raise your kids. That's right. I worked with a lady. I'm not going to go into it. Just a really hard-working lady I had immense respect for. And she said the funniest thing to me one time, totally true, by the way. We were standing around at work and talking about kids. She's a tough lady. She did like ground stuff and dark gardening, married, had kids. She's just I respected her a lot. And somebody was talking about kids and when they're little. And somebody said something about, my kids are addicted to Sesame Street. She goes, I don't let my kids watch that crap. And I started laughing and I go, crap? I go, that's pretty harsh. Yeah. Sesame Street? And she goes, yeah, well, it teaches kids all the wrong stuff. And I said, Sesame Street? And she goes, I'm not talking about numbers and alphabet. She goes, when kids watch that, everyone's your friend, everyone's nice, everyone everyone has a soft heart, and then they go out into the world, and the first person that said, I lost a puppy, they say, let me help you find it. And she goes, I go, so you want to terrorize your kids to tell them about the evil in the world? She goes, no. I don't think that it's you should just teach kids one side of life. I think that is true. They should need to learn other things too. They need to learn consequences. They need to learn that there is good things. All that does is set. Now, at this time, the word woke wasn't out, but if it was, that's what she would have said. She would have said, it's like what you just said. I mean, that's what we think of it.
Well, and as an adult, sometimes your feelings don't matter. Like, nobody else cares how you feel.
Yeah, and they're not equipped. That doesn't equip them for the real world,
right?
Like you're good. No one should hurt your feelings in the world. Well, I got news for you. It's coming. So yeah, but that doesn't mean. I don't know. They have to learn life's not. There's a way for kids to learn that without being, mean about it.
You still have to be able to say no, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I think the way to do it is you let them watch an episode of Sesame Street and then be like, now come on, Billy, now this is called Breaking Bad. We're going to watch 30 minutes of this and you tell me the difference.
Mom, I learned about meth.
Yeah.
One thing is different from the other.
One of these things doesn't belong here. This is a carrot, this is a building block, and this is crystal. Which one of these things? No. Good grief, I can't. But again, just having fun with humanity. Having fun with humanity. All right.
But also at the same time, it is not any of my responsibility, not having kids, to question anything that you do with your kids.
Right, because your dog is your kid. All you have to teach your dog is One rule: don't poop in the house.
Right.
Do anything you want. Don't.
It's none of my business how you want to helicopter your kids.
No,
how
listen,
you want to
it
do
is.
this, whatever it is.
I would argue with that.
I would argue with that too. You know why?
Why?
Because when people say, mind your business, there's your kids out in public. No, right. But if you don't do something about your kids, they're the ones going to be waiting at the ATM to rob me in 4 years.
That's maybe not their kids.
No, not that. I'm just talking about
They're a
people.
little short.
People who don't
They might
raise their
burn
kids
up.
right, and the rest of us notice. We see little criminals in the making.
Well, yeah.
I say, I don't know. There's probably a line, and
For
I
sure.
guess it would depend on how I feel if I wanted to cross it or not. But if what they're doing isn't affecting you or your children, that's where, if their lack of taking care of things affects your children, then I feel like you have the right to say something.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest battle with your kids, I think, is in-laws. When in-laws, because like a mom will be like, I don't give my kid, I don't know, sugar, something like that, candy.
Mm-hmm.
And then grandma or the aunt will like give them M&Ms and suckers. And then, I don't let them watch the TV all day. I let them go outside and play. So when you babysit, can you not watch the TV? I mean, those battles are the ones that make families can go on. You ever had that happen? You've got 3 kids. You've probably had it happen threefold. No.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
She's just like, I know who's going to be listening to this, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
trying to get something out of her there. Okay.
It'll come out eventually. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, so we've covered that. People who slaughter the King's English.
Yes.
People who don't recognize when you've established a break point in the conversation. Yeah. You ever get that?
Yeah.
You talk. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, we're done here. It's time to go. Or like when you're at a restaurant and they just keep going and going and going, like, I gotta go do things. And I was telling my husband, there's actually a Southern thing that I wish we would all adopt up here. When a Southern friend of mine told me this, that when you're done, when it's time to go, you slap your hands on your thighs or on your knee and you go, well, and you stand up. And that's it. There is no going back. There is no, but wait, I wanted to tell you one more thing. No, that's the rule. That's it. The conversation's over.
That's it.
You just, and we're done.
So, and the same with a hug that lingers. I pointed this out to my wife one time. I said, you ever notice, I mean, I'm not the only one that does this. I know a lot of people do it. Somebody's hugging you. I'm not a big hugger, right? So if they hug me, I'll hug them, But when I give the double pat on
That's
the back,
it.
that means break.
done.
That means
Yep.
break. We're done.
That's the signal.
And if I do that to my wife, she gets hostile. She goes, did you just give me the double pat? Like when I'm hugging, which I don't. I do it. If I did that, it would only be as a joke. But yeah, the whelp thing. Now that's why I said that to say this. When I leave somewhere, I just leave. Like I don't go
The
around
Irish
the room.
goodbye. It's a
Irish
good way to go.
goodbye.
Yeah.
So I've always done it, and I've done it because, and people used to get on me about it, about like in my band when we would go places, the social event. What? No, you didn't tell anybody. You say goodbye. I go, I don't want to walk around and talk to 21 people and say I got to catch up and you got to call me and switch numbers about stuff. Well, conversations we'll never have. And I go, it's much easier to say I was here, I had a great time, and when it's time to leave, leave. And even here, people say, well, you didn't tell anybody to leave. Where'd you go? And I'm like, I was here. It's 2 hours. I always say 2 hours is long enough for any visit. If I go to someone's house, 2 hours is where I don't want to overstay because they might want to eat dinner and watch a movie and relax. Someone comes to my house. Did you see? I posted a meme one time. It says, when I host a party, and it had a banner that said, please leave by 9. It's like,
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like people or want to be around them. I just think everything is good in moderation. It's like when I talk about preaching. I'd rather people leave and go, I wish he would have said more, than leave and go, I thought he'd never shut up. It's the same thing with any kind of event for me. I'm like, I was here, I had a good time, now it's time. I mean, why do you say goodbye? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's just an etiquette thing, right?
yeah, I guess.
Sometimes I just get up and walk away from the conversation.
From the conversation?
From the conversation.
Just like somebody, like you guys will be talking and you're just like, I'm out.
Not her.
No,
No.
that would not work.
That end with death.
Yeah. Well, right. I get that.
Yeah.
But you do that with other, just
Oh,
people?
Yeah.
You just walk away?
Just walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of people that have thought I've been sitting in my office and they're talking to me, and then they come to find out. It just happened today, actually. They come to find out he's not even in there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even.
So I don't think I do that. I don't
Oh,
think.
yeah, I've done that.
I've told people, I don't want to talk about this right now. Okay. Drop it.
Yeah.
And then I've ended a conversation, but I don't think I've never just turned around and just walked away. I don't think.
I've given all of the signs. This conversation's over. All right, you're still going.
Oh, okay. So this is after you've. Okay.
I've exhausted my attempts at saying
All right.
goodbye.
A breaking point.
Without. And I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
That'll be the proof that I'm done.
Well, yeah.
It makes it so you don't get upset about it, because now you're
Well,
not
you
upset about it. You're
usually
just gone.
you try to get it when people start saying, when they're trying to break a conversation, when they start saying, "Well, that's crazy," it's like I can only say that's crazy so many times, and then you go, "Oh wow, okay." Now this is a breaking point for me. Like I say, yeah, you know what? Wait, we gotta catch up. Like, are you gonna be around next week? Yeah, we'll talk some. Yeah, okay. And then they go, yeah. Well, so anyway, so what was I'm like? No. I just made a breaking point. I just made one, that should be observed and respected. And those are the type of things that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can tell. Maybe I'm even too. I read too much into it. When someone's making a breaking point with me, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. This is where we're done. Like I never keep it going, unless you're arguing with your spouse, and then they go, "I'm done." They go, "Hang on a second. I'm just getting
I was
started."
going to say, as ladies, you don't say "I'm done" to us.
No. I was talking about her saying. I was talking about if she says that to
Oh,
me.
if she
and then
says
I
it,
say,
that's
"I'm just
legal."
kidding."
Yeah.
We don't really like fight. I mean, that's like young people. When you're young and you're kind of don't have much life experience and you are really nasty to each other. Our arguments rise out of nothingness about nothing. Over a toothpaste commercial or something. That guy was on Dateline. That wasn't him. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Yeah, that's the guy who was on Dateline. That's what you said. No, you said he was on Dateline. No, I said he wasn't. I just said, "Oh, I wish I had a tape recorder." And then the whole thing gets twisted. Everybody gets misunderstood. And before you know it, she's slamming cabinets, getting some orange juice, and I'm turning the channel to something else. Stupid. No, sorry. I went off on a witless jag. But married couples, you ever have that? You get an argument. This isn't about married couples, but you get an argument about something that's just absolutely the dumbest thing in the world. Where'd you put the snow shovel? Or something like that.
I wish we had more of those recently.
We don't.
Wow.
I saw Eric laughing hard in church, really hard one time when I said something. And usually I'm not looking for people to laugh, but sometimes I notice when a certain person laughs. And Eric laughed really hard one time when I said, "Women are like the police. They can have all the evidence in the world, but they want the confession." Did you throw my plan? And that's when he busted out. "Did you throw my plan away?" "No, I saw you do it on the camera. You carried it down the driveway and you put it in the trash can. Just say you did it. I saw you do it." I said they can have all the evidence. They want the confession.
Right. Right.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah, I know it is. Just admit it. I know you did it. Just say, "I know." I don't know. That's that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See, proof right there.
Yeah. Jen, you got one on your list, or you
I've got
want
lots here. I'll do this one.
to do it?
People who think being a friend means taking their side no matter what. That's a pet peeve for me.
Oh yeah.
Some people don't feel that way. Some people are like, "You're my friend. I got your back no matter what." I don't like that. I'm like, if you're my friend, you'll tell me when I'm being really dumb.
That's 100% spot on. But I think that's learned behavior, because when you're kids, when I say kids, I mean anyone under 20.
Nah.
You're like, you'll stick up for them. I think that comes with wisdom and aging. But
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
No.
Well, I don't know. I'm the same way though. I mean, you're right. You give your friend, like, that's a dumb thing. Don't do that. What are you thinking, man?
Right.
Yeah. And then like lying for your friends.
No.
Like but not as a. That's what I mean. But not as a grown. But like when you're in the 8th grade, you will.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Have you seen Tommy? He was at my house. Yeah, he's been there all day. Dude, I told her you're at my house all day. But when you grow up, you're like it's like when the Bible says, "I put away childish ways." Like I would never lie for a friend. Hey, if my wife asks, will you tell her I'm at your house? No, you better hope she don't call me because I'm telling her I haven't seen you, man. I'm not getting involved in your mess. I mean, that hasn't happened to me for ever, but for a long time. But
Couple days.
no, I mean, I don't. Well, none of my friends do that kind of stuff. But when you're 16, 17 years old, and you haven't had any life experience, you do this stuff. You never lied for a friend when you were young?
Well, when I was young,
That's what I'm talking
but
about.
not now.
So it's like what you said. You probably did when you were a kid. Then you grow up and you realize how stupid it is, and you're like, I'm not going to be honest with you, because your point was, you're not going to tell them, yeah, I'll stick up for you if you're wrong. I'm going to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I was not a normal child, I guess.
I struggle to believe that.
Do you really?
No, I think you're like Wednesday. I picture you like Wednesday on the Addams Family.
Are you?
I've never seen the movie, the new one, so
Are you
I'm
an
going
only
by.
child?
No, I've got an older sister and a younger brother.
Well, that's not weird.
Okay.
Did you live like in a bell tower?
Right?
What was weird?
Under
I don't
a
know.
rock.
We were talking about this in the car. It's not would you consider, it's not a pet peeve. I have like my strong, how would you describe it? Again, this is another thing. I'm horrible at explaining things. I'm all about justice. And when it is not, I like, even if it's not my stuff, if somebody else goes through something, I'm like, that was not right. I'll get more upset about it than they will sometimes.
Yeah.
She will be angrier than the people that should even be angry about whatever's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You take it personally.
I do, even though it's not my stuff.
Do you watch like Dateline and those type of shows where because we watch that stuff constantly, and my wife's the same way. She like little sweet Grace, she gets irate. And I mean, if somebody gets away with something, she just comes unglued, and I'm like, she goes, are they going to, why didn't they dust for Prince? You know he did it. We know she starts getting emotional, that he needs to go to prison. I'll go, maybe they'll say, let's unpause it and let's see what develops. But she's the same way. She's got and I am too. I mean, but so you're like hyper. You're talking about the real world though. You're not talking about.
Yeah. I'm talking about the real world.
Which that's not the real world, but right.
Yeah.
People, I mean, I can't argue with that. I don't like injustice. I don't think that's a pet peeve though. I think that's a noble characteristic. Yeah.
Yes, but in this day and age, you have to be very careful about what you say on social media about such things and what have you, because someone else will be there to say that you're dumb and you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's social media.
So yeah, but no, I'm with you. If it's like, man, they can't get away with that. They're getting away with that. Yeah, it's definitely
Right.
a pet
and I'm
peeve.
like, should I say something? Why are you so mad? It's not even you shouldn't be fixing it, but I feel like it needs fixed. Why don't they want to fix it? I should fix it for them.
Right. If you see an injustice being committed, you feel like it's your job to step in and make it right. Yep.
Yeah.
I get that. What about do you have if you don't have another one yet, I was getting in my personal space. Do you have people that get too close to you when you're talking? That's a big one for me. Like
Thanks for that info.
what? What do you mean?
Well, you have a bubble, so
Everybody does.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of where it ends and where it is.
I think my bubble has gotten smaller because of the part of life I'm in. So now I don't really care if people are in my space very much.
Yeah,
I used to care quite a
I
bit.
do. When
Yeah.
somebody comes up, and I'm like, whoa, easy.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it depends on who it is. If it's a child,
Well, right. If it's my wife, then yeah. Shit. If it's a child, yeah, because I pick them.
yeah.
Because kids think I'm like some kind of cartoon character or something. When I was at the other church, they'd come up. This one kid named James, he would come up to me and start putting his hand in my pocket. I go, what are you doing, James? He goes, you got gum? I go, get your hand out of my pocket. And because his mom wouldn't give him gum.
Oh.
And he lied all the time. I go, did your mom say he could have gum? He goes, yeah. I go to his mom, did you say he could have because it was a pastor's wife. She would, no, Drew, he's never, ever allowed to have gum. Don't give him gum. He's lying to you when he says that. I'm like, little brat. So he would come up and put his hand in my coat pocket. He'd go, hi, Drew. And I go, get your hand out of my pocket, man. But the little kids always thought I was some kind of, the ones here do too.
Yeah.
They look at me like I'm like Bugs Bunny or something.
You're like a jungle gym.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, but like you said, my wife, kids, old people, stuff like that. I'm cool. I don't really have, they can hug and talk and all that. But it's usually, I guess I'm just talking about people with really horrid breath. And that come up and, hey, Drew. Hey, you got a second? I want to talk to you after church. If I can hear that, you're too close.
So your pet peeve is more personal hygiene.
No, maybe I shouldn't have threw the bad breath thing in there. But I've never met anyone that says, bad breath doesn't bother me that much. No, it just, I guess a nervousness kicks off when somebody gets too close. I don't know. Is that irrational?
No, maybe a little defensive.
No. Oh, now I got to be defensive.
Well,
that's not defensive.
No, like if a dude, I don't know, comes up, in my face.
Well, that's totally different. If men should respect women not to do that.
I'm gonna karate chop them in the throat.
If people get too close to my kid, I go.
Oh yeah,
I do get.
Oh yeah.
I try not to, but apparently it's very.
You mean like a stranger, like somebody?
She circles like a shark.
I do, and I got called out for it.
What happened?
I never say anything mean. We were at a roller skating rink, and there was an older gentleman trying to teach.
What happened to that camera? I'm sorry.
I can fix it. Trying to teach one of our kids how to skate. No idea who he is. So I'm like, so I don't say anything, but I just instead of going the full length of the rink, I just keep circling around them.
You're trying to teach one of your kids how to skate?
And
is this a grown-up?
Yes, an older gentleman. And then he came up to me. He's like, oh, you have nothing to worry about. I work here. I teach kids all the time. And then I'm thinking in my brain, just because you work here doesn't mean.
No, I would never do.
But it was really creepy. Creepy enough that Kira then came up to me and was like, that man's being really weird. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. We're taking care of it.
Right. Just don't let her watch Sesame Street. Otherwise, you'll do.
Right.
Oh, I was going to help him find his puppy, Mom. No, I'm with you there. If I see, a little, I would never go up to somebody's kid and be like, that is creepy. And it's sad. It's sad that the world's that way. But it is. You want to ask the parent, hey, they want me to show them my name's blah, blah, blah. I work here.
Right.
Do you want me to show them that kind of thing? You don't just take it upon yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna flip out and be like, hey man, don't go near my kid, because I feel like that's kind of rude too. But I make sure I can hear everything that is going on.
Yeah,
like, oh,
that's what
I'm here.
That's what you're supposed to do anyway. So, okay. Enough about personal space, I guess.
Here, I have one.
What?
Go.
People who make threats to try to get what they want and have absolutely no intention on following through.
Yes, I can't stand that.
I can give
either.
examples. I used to work at a dental office, and people would call all the time and be really mean to the receptionist and complain and then threaten to leave. Had I been on the phone, I would have said, good luck, and just hung up.
Wait a minute. Threatened to leave?
Like if they didn't feel like they were getting in soon enough, they wanted to be, or they'll call in that day, they expect to be able to get in, and we're like,
but I mean, when you say threaten to leave, I'll find another dentist?
Yes. Yes.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do.
No, I'm with you. That's not a way to get things done. Threatening to, I've never understood. Something recently, comes to mind. I would never go to anyone and say, if you don't do what I want, I'm out of here, because that's not how men should solve problems. Men should solve problems by I'm going to face this and show you that I can navigate through it and fix it.
Right.
I think it's a punk move to say, in any circumstance, if I don't get what I want, that's the equivalent of folding your arms and kicking your toys across the room. It's
I'm the type of person that'll be very spiteful about it and be like, if you would have just asked nicely, I would have done my darndest to try to make this happen. But now it's not going to happen at all.
Things always come out better when you're nice to people. Always come out better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. Hollow threats. It's like you're resorting to the most childish thing you can. It is. It's like throwing yourself on the floor, kicking your toys across the room. Mm-hmm. I don't get what I want. I'm out of here. No offense, but I just looked at that way. Every time someone says no offense, but you can guarantee what they're going to say is going to be offensive in some type of a way. I guess that would fall in with the
Honestly.
Honestly. Yeah. People say that right before
I'm
they
just
lie.
being honest.
Oh, yeah. I'm just being honest.
They'll ask you something. They'll go, like, you'll ask a question, and then they'll go, honestly? Yeah, honestly. I want you to answer me honestly. What do you mean? What do you honestly? You just said that to buy time, so you're thinking up a lie. I honestly didn't. You're right. That's people that overuse any word. People that overuse the word actually. Well, actually, blah 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 blah. And then well, actually, what I meant was blah 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 blah. And actually, I'm like, you've said this 3 times.
I thought you meant figuratively.
What?
Oh, come on. Actually, figuratively.
Oh, figuratively. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I ain't that smart. Jen, I know you got more. Keep going.
I do, but I don't know if these are pet peeves. I think
You said you don't like it when people talk behind your back and think they'll never get caught. You're trying for me not to say this because you don't want to address it. You said when people talk behind your back and think that it doesn't get back to you, but it does.
It does. It always gets back to me. I have informants everywhere. That's the thing. People just tell me things. I don't ask. I just find out.
Yeah.
I do.
Because it's rude.
But before we moved here, I worked at a place where everyone gossiped about everyone else, and they always came to me because I never told. I knew every dirty, awful thing about everybody that worked there, but I never gossiped to anyone else. They'd come up, Drew, you know what Gary did? What? And I would just keep working, and they'd be talking to me. I go, that's crazy, man. And I never told anyone. So, but I could have. And you're like, people can't be quiet. And it irritates you when it gets back to you. I bet because that's an injustice. You'd be like,
there you go. There's the psychological
super
part of it.
jump into action. I'll fix this right now. I do that. If somebody says something about me and then somebody comes back to me and goes, so-and-so said something, I go, they did.
I'd be like, oh, yeah.
I'll go right to them and go,
nice.
hey, come here for a minute.
Right.
What, and I'll because I want to solve it.
Yeah, that was a pet peeve on here. I just put unresolved conflict. When things are unresolved, it drives me nutty.
Me too.
And I'll talk about it all the time. All the time.
It's like you spend more time talking about it than whatever the actual incident or problem was. And we've been talking about it now for 6 months. Can we just get over this?
And I can't. That's a problem. I need counseling for that probably.
I don't think that merits counseling. I'm the same way. Well, it's like in the Bible says, don't let the sun go down on your anger. I think that's not just for, because like I don't know. Like in my marriage, we get along really well. We don't like fight or anything. I'm trying to think if there's anybody I fight with, and there's really not. That's not a big part of my life anymore. But I don't like unresolved anything. Like for me, everyone that serves in this church on leadership, has jobs and they have lives. But all I do is this. So I'll be here at like 7 a.m. and I'll have been thinking about something for a week. And I'm like, we need a planter out front that's 18 feet long and 3 feet wide in front of the island. And I want everyone to address this with the same urgency as they would if they were here in the building with me right now. And I'm like, they're like, Drew, I'm sorry to get back with you. I'm like, sorry, I've been waiting 3 hours. And I'm like, oh, these are real. They have real jobs in real life. Not that my job's not a real job, but when I start something, I want it to go through and be finished. And I'm terrible about that, but there's a way to make it reasonable. Like you just want a resolution. I don't like unresolved conflict either. Like people say, well, we'll come back and we'll revisit this later, or let's give it some time. This one drives me nuts. Process it. Let me process this. I'm like, how long does it take to process something?
I don't know.
I heard
Depends on what you're asking.
I heard
Depends on what it is, because sometimes, for my sake, it'd be good if you let me process it, or what's going to come out of my mouth is probably not going to be the best thing.
Right.
And
I'm
then
not
if I
talking
got
about
time
that.
To think
Yeah.
about it, be like, yeah, I should have handled that differently. But
I met a dude on a service call one time. He was a military guy. I was wearing the same hat I'm wearing now. Yes, I've had it that long. And he said, "Are you in the military?" I said, "No." And he told me he was. He was young. He was probably like 15 years younger than me. Anyway, we talked for a few minutes. And this whole thing about, I don't know how it came up, decompress. When people say they need to decompress, came up in the conversation. And he goes, "I don't care what anyone's going through. No one ever should need more than 20 minutes to decompress from anything." And I thought, dude, I agree. and almost everyone I talked to said, "Drew, that's a military guy." I go, but he's right. And I'm in the minority there, but I thought I met someone who speaks my language. I don't care what the circumstances are. It should never take more than 20 minutes to decompress.
well,
from
maybe
anything.
that's true, because another, just the fact, like a lot of mine that are on here would be solved if people just communicated better. So if people would communicate better, it probably only would take 20 minutes to decompress
That's a
and get
very good
something
point.
done.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
There's another one I have on here.
Go ahead. Go. Get,
Hold
just
on,
do
I
your
gotta
whole
find
list.
it. People who assume someone's intentions without ever actually talking to them, and it makes it so much worse, because like they, for whatever reason, a lot of times will go to like the worst possible
Give an
thing.
example.
I can't.
You absolutely can. You can make one up that's similar to the one you're thinking.
Go for it, Eric. I don't know.
The problem is what you're talking about just popped into my head. All right, an example of that. So, like, you're picking teams for a sport, and your buddy's one of the last couple that are left, and there's a new kid there, and you end up picking the new kid, not your friend, and that person's not going to talk to you anymore. Your friend, because they don't realize, like, hey, I'm doing that to try to be nice, like you're my buddy, something like that, where they're just.
I'm trying
they
to read
think,
into this what your real life situation is that you're saying.
Oh,
I'm just
completely
kidding.
avoided that.
Here, like if there's a situation and somebody feels hurt and they don't know what's going on, but instead of asking you what's going on, they question your character a lot and like think like the reason you did this was for like the most. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Spiteful.
I understand
They
what you're
think you
saying.
did like everything out of spite, when in reality that was not the case at all. And if they just had a conversation about it, they would have like understood where you were coming from, and it would have been fine.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying. There's a person that I no longer speak to.
Why does this one keep moving?
I don't know. There's a person that I no longer speak to because they're a conceited jerk and call me Snowflake. And
Oh, I know. You told. Go ahead.
yeah, well, we're not going to get into
No.
that stuff,
Right.
but, No. But so this one time we were all going to a fundraiser dinner, and we said, "All right, we'll meet you there. We'll meet you by the door, whatever." So we get there, we go inside because people were standing there opening the door. So we go inside, and that's where you go and you pay and you go and you gotta have your dinner. And it's in a remote area, so the cell phone service isn't really good. Mm-hmm. The person was outside in the parking lot and wouldn't come in because we weren't standing at the door, and thought that we were insulting them, saying they couldn't come in because we weren't there. So it was all about them, and that we were doing something big and grandiose to signify that we don't want to be with them. And it's all about
wow,
this, that, and the other thing.
So,
them.
Like, yeah.
And they were texting me like crazy. "You're so rude. How could you do this to us?" And blah, blah. It's like, dude,
And then you're like, what are you talking about?
I'm just eating garlic bread. What's going on? You know, just open the door. It's open.
That's definitely in the category. I mean, when something like that happens, like, people are so weird.
Yeah, I think that's like just people being self-centered and just taking everything. Oh, the whole world is against me, you know, and blowing everything out of proportion when it was nothing, absolutely nothing intended.
Yeah. the me people. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of those. Okay, this is leading up to something. The people who say it is what it is, I try not to say that. I try to strike it from my vocabulary because it's so overused. But what bothers me more than that is, and there's a lot of people that are going to not like hearing this, people that start sentences with the word so. How do you make a cake? So, no, hang on. That's a conclusionary statement. You say, it's raining outside, so the parking lot is wet. You don't start a sentence with so. That's like starting a sentence with Red Barn. Do you want a hamburger? Red Barn, yes. Why did you say Red Barn? It makes no sense. Don't start a sentence with so. Don't answer a question by starting a word with so. And everyone does it. Where were you? So my friend called. So all right, we're done.
Can I add to that though?
Everyone and listen, I've caught myself.
I was going to say I do.
Dumbness rubs off. Dumbness rubs off.
But
and I try not to. I go, I can't believe it. I said so. What?
You know what's worse?
What?
That you say so, and then someone jumps in and goes, so buttons on fabric.
Oh,
and
so
buttons on fabric, and hay is for horses.
Or when you say well, and they go deep subject. Yeah.
Right.
You say,
Exactly.
what's up? The sky.
The sky. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm sure I got some dumb stuff. I bet you my wife is a gold mine of irritating things I do. If you got her alone, she could probably talk for hours of all Drew does it. 105. Yeah, so what's this? You just drew a line here.
That was a one.
Oh, I thought something happened to you. You used to.
No,
I don't really. We can still go for a while. This is. I feel like we just started.
Okay.
I know Jen's got a whole. I want to hear some more. Jen.
Yeah, let's go.
Pick out the best ones, Jen, because we're way past when we're supposed to stop. Not way past.
I have churchy ones.
Yo, let's hear it.
Churchy ones.
Churchy ones. I do too.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is not directed towards you.
Yeah, because you told me I didn't suck.
That's right.
That was Jen's compliment. Did you know that? She said that to me?
No, that's awesome.
She went somewhere where the pastor was less than interesting, and she came to me and said she had an experience where it was, I'm not going to go into the details, and she said, so, I just want to tell you, Drew, thanks for not sucking.
Wow.
And I said, Jen, that is the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You should work for Hallmark.
Yeah, I don't suck. And I'm like, man, I should get I get a t-shirt that says, Jen says I don't suck. Anyway, go ahead.
I'll make it for you. I can do that.
Go ahead, though.
When pastors try to manipulate an altar call or like this movement of the Spirit, I have an example. We were playing music for a revival, and they were doing the altar call, and we played a song, and nobody came up, and the pastor got really mad and was like, play some more. And we played like an obscenely long time, and nobody wanted to come up. And then finally somebody did. I was like, oh my gosh, nobody wants Jesus right now. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Or you haven't moved them, so I don't know what to tell you.
What's that comedian, the Christian guy? He's the famous one, the musician, and he plays. And
I know who you're talking about. I don't know what his name
did a
is.
whole thing about that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Okay. and he's talking about the pastor going, just raise your hand if you want to come up. And he goes, and people gather their heads. He goes, nobody's looking at you. And he goes looking around going, Tom, you need to go up there. He's going up there, looking around and peeking at each other.
Okay.
But yeah, I see the whole picture. I've been to the churches. That's another thing about reading the room.
It was so awkward. Like, we were at the end of the song. I was like, I kept looking at
I
him.
don't
I'm
know.
like, are we supposed to keep going? What do we do? Because we stopped, and he's like, keep playing. I'm like, what are we playing? Are we playing the same song? What are we doing?
Play the bridge.
Right, just keep playing the bridge.
You know what I would do to get a pastor to stop that? That if I was a worship leader, I'd be like, listen, next time he does that and tells us to keep going, I'm going to look at you, and we're going to switch it right into Inagata Davida. And then he'll go, what are you doing? That'll cure him. So Inagata Davida is not an evil song, by the way, for those of you who don't know it. It's just not a churchy song.
No.
I saw him go into it on The Simpsons one time. The organ lady.
Yeah,
and that's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
For the record. But yeah, every church has an energy. Sometimes you'll go into a church and be like, that's the kind of thing they do here. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you go into church and be like, I don't feel the energy that's the kind of thing they do here. And you're telling me he's like somebody who's, I'm sorry, but I have churchy things too.
I've got
I don't
a lot
like
of churchy things
I don't
written
like
down.
performance pastors. Anyway, that's
kind of what that was.
yeah, and I don't feel that's genuine, and I feel like you're trying to look so genuine, and it's a performance sometimes. Anyway, go ahead.
I have when Christians are trying to like prove a point, but when they just read a vague passage of scripture to prove their point, but don't preface it with anything or explain their point at all. That irks me too.
I mean, I think I know what you mean.
Like if you're in a big group and you're like trying to have a like conversation about something, and then they just like whip open their Bible and read something and then say nothing, and then you're just like all like, and your point, like
The scripture is enough information for you to understand where I stand on this subject.
right.
Yeah. They just feel like it's just if you just say something out of there, it's that I've injected some wisdom into this conversation. You could take it or leave it. What are your other church ones?
Oh, I've got a lot.
Wow.
Well,
I like the ones where people will parrot somebody else's beliefs or opinions,
Well, yeah.
and then you question them, and there's no response. It's, well, you just need to talk to whoever that person was that gave me that opinion. Like, no. I'm asking. You are the one in front of me right now. Let's talk about this, you and me. I don't want to talk to that person. You're the one that's parroting this. Let's go. I'm ready to defend what I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that do that. They follow, but I hate to use the word indoctrinated, but they rely on another person. That's why I was just saying yesterday, I don't want people to say Drew said. I want you to say I read. You know, you need to get involved in this in yourself, not just listening to one person. Yeah, and you almost feel sorry for them because they don't. It's like they don't know where they stand. They just know where they think they should, or something like that. Anyway, go ahead.
fear mongering. I put that down.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like, this isn't exactly the same. I don't like people who think the only way to get someone to come to Jesus is to shove them completely down in the dirt and make them feel like absolute crap about themselves.
Right.
There are some people who think I don't understand. Like
I don't do that, do I? No, I don't suck.
You
Okay.
can be like happy and like having a good life and like find Jesus. You don't have to be like in the dumps to find him.
You're not supposed to go around thinking of yourself as a scumbag.
Right.
You're supposed to look at yourself as a miracle and wonderfully made. And all. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that telling people they're scum is the way to do it.
You don't want to get them lost before you get them saved?
That has been an actual saying
That's the statement.
from somebody.
Is it?
It's their
You got to get them
statement,
lost to get them saved.
I don't understand that.
Really?
Got to get them broken to get them fixed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Aware.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when it comes to church stuff, there's a lot of stuff. I would say there's a large number of things that I do the way I do because I am so anti what I've seen done. Mm-hmm. I've seen so many pastors and so many things. I thought I am never, ever going to be like that. I'm going to show the whole world that is not the right way to do this. And that was a huge motivating factor for me to get into ministry. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes you get a vibe when you're around people like maybe they don't, I don't know. You just got to be who you are.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on all your points. I mean, fear-mongering. Yeah.
I
Plus,
got accused
it's
of calling
depressing.
somebody a fearmonger.
It's depressing, too, when you go to a church like that.
I'm like, yeah, I kind of am.
You did? You called some?
I didn't say that word, and then he's like, "Are you calling me a fearmonger?" And I'm like, "I guess I am."
So you know what? I have a opinion about that. I think some people that do that, what they really want is some kind of authority and anger, and they want to do this, metaphorically speaking. I mean, to people, and that makes them feel good, and they feel like they're in some place of authority that way. It makes them feel strong or something. I don't know. I never understood that what that does. It's just when you tell people you don't go out and tell the truth, you just want to scare them to death. Plus, I always think, who wants to go to a church where that's depressing?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like you have to talk about hell and things like that once in a while. It's part of the truth. But when it's all you talk about all the time is how everyone's going to burn in hell. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. Mm-hmm. Go on. Going down your.
I've got so many.
Going with your burn the church down list.
This one could apply to not just church as well, but people who are unwilling to even listen to others' opinions, like
Yeah.
Close-mindedness.
right, just when you're closed-minded, you
Yeah.
don't have to change. You shouldn't be scared of someone else's opinion. If you are, then clearly you're not that strong in your own.
Yeah, I agree. I want to hear people's opinions so I can just shut them down. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true. I do want to hear their opinions though, because sometimes somebody does have a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have that all the time.
Somebody that has a better idea.
Yeah,
or the
like
better idea.
usually I'm talking to my wife and she'll go, "Why don't you just do it this way?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, why don't I just do it that way?" And yeah, she's got. Sometimes she can see the simple thing, and I'm making it overly complicated, or I'm just saying all that because I know she's going to watch this. I'm just kidding. It's true. I love you, baby. Humor. On a side note, but a related note, humor is such a driving force in our marriage that pet peeves don't become. Grace told me early on when we first met about pet peeves. She said, you have to be okay with them at first because the things that are little now become the big things later. And I never understood that. And then now I do. Mm-hmm. But it's not because of me and her. It's because it's like, if you don't have humor, and I think this applies to everything in life, it gets it through. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think it helps. I guess what I'm saying is, since we're talking about pet peeves, having a sense of humor is what helps you extinguish what your response could potentially be. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and with your you hate the church list. Oh, I'm sorry, Satan. So where'd you get this list, Satan?
That's actually one. I hate it when people don't take responsibility for their choice. You've already, that's been mentioned before. Like, they don't take responsibility for their own actions, and it's like, well, it's the devil. He's really making me.
Yeah.
Well, you still have a choice.
Yeah. Well, the devil's been working on me this week. He's just been where he got me drunk.
Yep.
He got me right back on that liquor. Ooh, that devil, he's a mean one.
Right.
Devil didn't do that. You did that.
Right.
Devil's not like, well, I got a lot of wars to start, but you know what? That Emma back there in Avis, Pennsylvania, I need to get over there and get her back on the hooch, get her back on the vodka. I'm gonna leave the Middle East for a while and see if we can get her liquored up.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to be the devil's priority. Anyway, I agree with you. People blame the devil.
Yeah.
The devil has to do the devil. First of all, it's usually not without getting into a theological discussion. Just the forces of evil. Just all they need to do is plant a seed, and and like if you start thinking, I'm broke and I could rob a liquor store. That's the only seed that needs to be there. And if you keep watering it, guess what's going to happen? So it doesn't mean the devil's been working on you. All he did is plant a seed. I know we probably got to. But this is good. Go.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Okay. People who give sound advice but don't follow it themselves, that irks me.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
My wife brought that up when she found out this topic. She said people ask you for advice and then you tell them, and that's a constant. I think we've all experienced that. I don't think that's yeah, you're right. That is a huge one.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, what she's saying is not just we give you sound advice, why didn't you listen to it?
No, it's people who like
if I gave you sound advice and then I'm encountering the same circumstances and I'm not doing a shred of anything that I told you to do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm doing the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've thought about that, the psychology of that. And I think it happens a lot, first of all. Yep. I think it's because people lack the courage and the testicular fortitude to take the step to do what they need to know they do. So they're like, well, if I can get him to do it, maybe he could inspire me because I know I should be doing it. Maybe I can inspire someone else and then they can inspire me. I don't know what the thought process, but I know a lot of people do that. Like people that drink and they're trying to tell their friend how to quit drinking.
Right.
It's like Kevin James said, you don't take diet advice from someone fatter than you. You know what you need to do? Yeah, not listen to your fatter butt. That's what he said. But you're right. That happens a lot, though. I mean, I've caught myself telling people to do something, and I'm like, I didn't do that. you know, it maybe not something I'm practicing now. I had this conversation with Dwight. My best friend's no longer with us at the last church. I said, you know, in ministry, because we go way back in the music industry. I said, it's interesting. I feel guilty now telling young people, don't do this in life. Don't do that in life. And I did all those things. I said, now, I didn't make the right decisions, but I'm trying to get that. He said, Drew, that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to tell them, hey, I did it wrong. You do it wrong. But there's still a taint of guilt in my mind. Mm-hmm. When I tell somebody, don't do that. Don't ever do this. And I know, I'm speaking from experience, and I'm just trying to help. I know all the good stuff I could say to puff myself up, but I still feel guilty because I'm like, I didn't make the right choice, and I'm trying to. There's a pang in there.
Mm. Having the experience helps, though. One of the things I put down, like, people who are very judgmental of someone's circumstances that have, like, not experienced that themselves at all. I have more respect for somebody, like, who could be judgmental about it, who actually went through it and, like, feels a certain sort of way about somebody doing something. But, like, if you have absolutely no idea at all what they're going through and, like, you make it out like, oh, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that song, What It's Like?
I don't know.
By Everlast? You know the song? That the whole song's about that.
Yeah, late 90s. Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah.
Good song.
I'll look it up. I probably know it.
You probably know. If you heard the first couple twangs of it, you'd probably know it. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes that point in spades. But yeah, you're right, totally right. I mean, I agree 100%. So, go on with your burn the church down complaint list.
I'm not the only one with the list.
Eric's just being quiet.
You're welcome.
People who lump everyone in the same group as if they are all one person.
Go
Does that
on.
make sense?
Examples, names, please.
Well, I could use lots of examples. What's the safest example? Well, a safe example would be, like, politically, when people would be like, "All Democrats are idiots." It's like, no. Just like no,
Hey,
just like,
hey,
right.
I'm just kidding.
hey.
Or the same, like, or like all, just on both sides, but just in general, like, if you have a group of people who, like, help me out here, you know what I'm talking about. I talked to you about all this stuff before I put it.
No, I'm just enjoying your awkwardness. I know exactly what you mean, and I agree. I agree 100%. It's like cops. Oh, cops are always beating people. No, they're not. That's not. Or pastors. Oh, they're all hypocrites. Or the church is hypocrite. The government's a bunch of liars. There's honest people in government. Mm-hmm. There's people that want to do the right thing. I agree. I think it's just a childhood thing we go back to. It's easier to, I don't know, just throw rocks into the herd than to say go in and find the good ones. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What else you hate about the church, Jim? What else? You got another stone in your bag for Jesus?
I've got lots of things on here. Somebody else can say something else.
Well, I know we've been at this a while. This is a long one. This is a fun one though. People who leave one bite or one sip. I don't know. That's too loud chewing. Yeah, that's irritating. People who watch videos without headphones, that is super annoying in a public place.
How about taking up multiple parking spaces?
Oh, ooh. Especially when you can tell, like, if it's a really nice car and they think like they park sideways or something like that. Yeah.
You know, you can park a little bit further away and walk.
Yeah.
It's that crazy thing.
Yeah.
Right. Then that's yeah. People who stand too close in line. My thing is people who stand too far. When I get to the line and, like, they'll be like, if the line is where the wall is, if right there, and then the person there's a person at the counter, let's say at that wall, and a person here, and then the next person's back there, and I got to stand 15 feet from two people back. I'm like, and I don't know why. I have anxiety about it. I'm like, I don't know if I think somebody's going to come up and go, oh, let me just jump in this big open space, or I don't know what it is, but it bothers me. I want to go, could you move up? You know, we're 15 feet from there's two people between you and me and that counter. Come on. I guess I think, well, I'll get to the counter faster and my day will get on. I don't know what idiotic logic I'm trying to apply, but yet I feel it. When someone calls instead of texting a simple question, yeah, the drop by. Or Grace brought that up. When people do the drop by too. Does that happen to anyone
A
anymore?
drop by? What's it? What do you?
Just somebody just dropping by your house without calling?
Oh no, that's not allowed.
Yeah.
We threaten people. We tell people. No. We had somebody who would show up, and we would say, "We're going to be naked if you show up again." And they haven't come back since. They always call now.
So it worked.
It worked. It totally worked. We're going to be naked.
Yeah.
You don't want to see this.
I told Grace, I said, we just I said, we should just have a doormat that said, we're nudists, so be prepared.
Right?
And they'll go away.
Jeez.
Which is, of course, not true, but people say we covered most of these. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, I don't know why that's even on there.
People that block the entire aisle in like a grocery store,
Oh,
market.
Yes.
we talked about that. Their cart will be here. They'll have one hand on the cart, and they'll be leaning over, looking at I wonder which taco shells I should get. There's 3. Pick one. Move. It should be just like traffic. Stay on the right. It should. All the rules of a grocery store should apply that go on traffic.
And just because your friend's there doesn't mean that you guys get to park facing opposite directions, blocking the entire
And talk.
and then talk.
Like you haven't seen each other in 10 years when you just saw each other yesterday.
That's one of the ones I wrote on there too. When you see people that catch up at like a gas pump, Walter, how you doing? Hey, they'll stand there and talk on the island. You're like, I need to pull up and get some
Right.
gas, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Constant complaining. We talked about that. You brought that up, did you, Jen?
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're complaining. I told, that is the irony of this. Mm-hmm. People don't want. Yeah, I'm out. I don't have any more. I mean, nobody's got a shortage of
People who say they know something, but then say they can't tell you. Why did you bring it up in the first place? That drives me insane.
Oh yeah.
Happen to anybody?
You mean
all the time.
Like a little kid way, or what do you mean?
No, like if you're having like
Like they go, I know, but I can't say.
right, like
I
you're
just
having
can't
an
say.
argument or discussion about something. They're like, well, somebody told me something, but like I can't tell you who or what was said. It's like, well, why?
They want
why
you to
do bother?
or when someone says something and you go, what? And they go, nothing. What did you say? Nothing. You said something. What'd you say? It's not important. It's important to me. Right. What was it? Because you go through the whole thing. You say, if you would have just answered me, it wouldn't have taken 5 minutes of back and forth. And because when somebody goes, never mind, I'm like, no, we're not going never, because it comes back to what you said about unresolved conflict. Mm-hmm. We need to resolve it, and my wife and I always have this joke. I know I've said this in the pulpit before. Don't start, none won't be none. It's like, but that's part of our humor. So anyway, but I don't like it when people won't say, because I tell them. I mean, I'm like, I said this, or it's funny because Jen, we got these 3-page lists of things, pet peeves, and Jen is scrolling.
Yeah.
She wrote all her own, and she's scrolling. She's scrolling through. I'm surprised they're not like highlighted.
I should have put them in order of safe, not safe.
No, go. Let's close out. Let's go around and say, you are going to go first. What you got? More? Another
I
one?
have tons, and they're not important.
They're important to me.
Well, we can talk about them after then. Here's one that this one's just when people like abuse like Amazon privileges and like lie about what they have. So like they send something back that's used, but they don't say it. And then this happened to me. I ordered something and it was clearly used.
Ew.
And it
That's happened to me.
And then I was very nice when I called I wanted to make sure nobody else got it. So I called and was like really nice about it. And then I even got an email back from the person that was like thanking me for being so nice about.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, good for you.
But
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that, if I said. Eric, what say you before we close out? Do I hear a lawnmower?
That's why I keep adjusting the mics. Yeah,
Okay.
There's somebody right outside.
Good grief.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock at night.
Pet peeve.
Pet peeve.
People who mow
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock at night.
Eric?
I'll share with you the first one that popped in my head.
Okay.
When we got this, and that was people that believe in the rapture.
Right.
I thought that would be, that's just in general, they're a pet peeve of mine.
What?
You just
What do you mean? Are you just being? Oh, okay.
No, it's just that was just a joke.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just wanted to
I
see your
thought. Is there something about you I don't know?
have you seen the Seth Rogen movie about the end of the world and the rapture?
No.
It's really crude and really disgusting in some parts, but
What's it called?
the end of the world?
Is it
Or
This Is the End?
This is the end. This is the
Yes,
end.
we've Seen it.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Yeah, but what happens when you get to heaven and you can have anything you want? Anything. And then the Backstreet Boys come out and sing Backstreet's Back.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
not heaven. They weren't in heaven then.
They got raptured, some of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's your closing statement?
I don't know. We hit so many of them, and if people would just communicate properly
Yeah.
and not be a fool, then life would be a lot easier and less annoying.
Yeah. Don't
Yep.
be selfish.
Don't be selfish.
Don't be selfish. Communicate. We're all supposed to be on the same team, Jesus folk.
Satan. This is the longest podcast we've ever done. This has been fun. Man, it flew by. I don't really have anything to close with. It's been fun. I just want everybody watching or listening or listening to realize what a good-natured discussion this has been.
We're
For the purpose of us observing what a joy it is to notice our differences in one another.
Yes.
Yep. And thank you. Listen, or you're going to burn in hell. I'm just kidding. That's what, because she said people that burn feel. Yep. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.